Oh yeah.
Very cold man's on but also put us purple this week. I'm wearing these like pink hoodies. It's the ultimate matching. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode number 8. It is currently 5 degrees in my shed.
Mate, you're lucky. It was like 0 in mine. I see my
Really?
breath in between sets. It's horrendous. Man.
Not quite that bad in here.
I reckon for like people with bigger hands, we struggle more. We've got bigger surface area, so the heat escapes.
It's true that.
My hands are freezing, man.
Yeah, and it's because the steel's so cold as well, isn't it?
Yeah, all the barbells are like just agony.
Frosted.
I was doing log and I had like just cold all on my. Anyway, we're big boys. We're brave.
We are. So let's start off with the old comments. Chris, great show, guys. Thank you, Chris. Very kind of you.
Love the comments in purple, by the way.
I've kind of trimmed them down a little bit just so we don't get bogged down in everyone's like comments. Stanley, another great show.
Thanks, Stanley.
The human mustache who said, I quite like these men's.
The human mustache.
That was you.
That's you on a fake account, isn't it?
Then we've got Jono. Another great show. Fan of the Grip Shed reviews and looking forward to the Grip tier. Yeah.
Perfect. He's going to love this episode then.
And then we've got Zach. I've put the last line of his comment in. But this has opened a bit of a can of worms this week for me about, what we discussed with the arm lifting USA Olympia with the Raptor handle.
Yeah, this is on you.
So we'll get into that at a later date.
But there's some juicy goss.
Very juicy. Yeah. And then we've got Tommy who said, which would be the next 3 grip tools after rolling handle, pinch block, and V-bar? So what do you reckon?
I'd put, because like they're the 3 I always say, like as long as you've got a bar, I would make sure I would probably get another roller, like a different thickness roller, like a really fat rolling handle.
Yeah.
A really fat pinch tool of some sort. Just because I think variety is good. And then maybe a hub. But this is just off the top of my head entirely. Like everything you buy will help, except grippers, within reason. But like don't get too bogged down in like, I need this, then I need this. Like if you get a grip tool and you absolutely like muller it, you're going to make progress and your hands are going to get stronger. Like you could get a tip blaster and your grip would improve. Do you know what I mean? Like a random thing. I would focus on a wide pinch. So maybe like a blob trainer or like just a really fat pinch block. I think that would be quite good. I've started, but all this stuff, like I like to give guys like just like bumper plate holds and farmers walk with bumpers. So it's not essential, but anything you buy is going to help. It's my.
I think it's very goal specific, isn't it? It depends, like,
of course,
what you're actually training for, but definitely a wide pinch block. I'd like to start off with maybe a mid size, but you definitely need a wide one for wide pinch. And you're right, probably a big boy rolling handle as well to like just mix it up, isn't it?
Especially for strongman, like you just need to be able to lift awkward object. And like I quite like the new Omni grip as well that you've got. That would be in my shopping basket quite early on. Just because like you can clip it on the cable. Oh God, where's it going, guys? This could be anything. Oh my God. What's the width of that?
120 mil. Like, I don't know.
This is why Tom should not be allowed to have a 3D printer. Because what is that?
It took 7 hours to print this.
It looks like Mark Felix's paint roller.
Yeah. But yeah, the Omni grip, that's a good shout, that. Because we've got like a little pinch thing as well you can do on,
Exactly. So
it's all about versatility and
if you've got a limited budget, that's a pretty good one.
The Hulk. Don't know if it's the real Hulk. What makes you put those 3 first? Honestly interested to know. So that would be the rolling handle, pinch, and V-bar?
Yeah. So especially pinch grip and that rolling handle thing. That for strong men are like they're the two that you just need to absolutely nail. Like you're going to be able to get your hands a lot stronger for doing axles. And it's stuff you can't just do with a barbell. Like you could get a fat grip and put it on a barbell if you're really on a budget, and that will work. But like a rolling handle, it's fun more than anything. Like it's easy to check your PB. It's easy to compare yourself against other people, and it's enjoyable for most people. But you can also make it disgusting just by like putting long holds and stuff like that in. Pinch block I've put in there because all strongmen's pinch is crap from what I've seen. I think like since we've been doing this, like it's got a lot better. Like, but before, like, if you went back 10 years, you wouldn't find anyone using a Saxon bar in strongman. And now most gyms have one.
Yeah.
And so if you're doing anything with an axle, like the likelihood is your thumbs are going to be the first to go, and that's when it slips out your fingers. So the thumb really locks everything in. And then vertical bar again, like it's just it doesn't damage you. It doesn't hurt. It makes your like finger strength just feel unreal. And again, it's just fun. Do you know what I mean? Like you got to enjoy this stuff. And I'm not going to make someone do ridge holds and say that's the best thing you can do, because it's just like, it's not, is it? You want to lift some heavy objects, get some tools that are going to let you do that. And just, if you get those 3 tools, use them for a few months, you'll just feel meatier in the hand. And
you will. You don't need anything else to start off with, unless you're like training for something specific.
Maybe a gripper,
that's
like
it's the perfect 3.
Like we said before, I think so. The trifecta.
Yeah.
Maybe you should sell them as like a beginner's package.
Yeah, we'd have the hub and the pinch block together, but I think rolling handle, vertical bar, and the pinch block could be a good one.
Like strongman starter kit, but I definitely think like the hub is up there as well for me. Just as like as an accessory. I wouldn't go in with like, right, today we're doing hub as the main lift.
Max
like,
hub.
Yeah, boom. But it's just a good tool. But all your tools are good tools. Whatever you want on God's Grip website, buy it. Use Paddy 10. It's all good.
Yeah, we only make things we like. Actually, I did have something noted down here to talk about, which is hub related. So let me just share this. There you go. Have you seen this chap before?
Of course. This is the man that trains at Brian Shaw.
It is.
Or trained. I think they fell out or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he's like the plate hub master, would you say?
He is, yeah. He's done a lot of throws and catches and stuff. But, I mean, look at
so
that.
So this is
£100.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. So he's not far off hubbing like 100 plate then.
Well, yeah, that's it. So, let's get rid of that. My question really is, like, what is this? Like, what is a hub plate lift, and how can you compare it to someone else's hub plate lift?
Well, this is what I struggle with, right? Because I have body power plates, and I'm yet. I think I'm yet to hub a 20. But then, like, you go to a gym with York plates or like any sort of deep dish that are like old. It's the easiest thing you've ever done. Harley bought those fuller plates from America, and like straight away I did like the old, like I can do it with every finger, like just one finger, because it's like, I don't know, it's the shape of it, isn't it? So I think this is proper hard to compare, like, unless you use his exact plates. But like, I reckon I can do that, but I cannot do it on one of my plates.
Yeah, this is the thing. I was like, I just don't get it. I've seen quite a lot of people doing it recently, and it's just one of them. It's like, it's so hard to sort of compare to your plates.
I think it's one of those things. So it gets quite easy clickbait, doesn't it? Like,
true.
You see the videos of like guys putting their plates away, like hubbing. Like, you get the right plates, really not that difficult. But like, you do it on some like slippy, non-chalky plates, and it's like, oh, fair. But I mean, like Fat Muscle's done like rear delt flies with plates, hasn't he?
I think that was with the body power ones as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Which
not
is
taking
even madder.
like, he's mad. He'd rival this guy. He loves a plate pinch. It's one of them. It's a grip feat, but like, I never do it. I don't.
What I'd like to see.
Go on.
what I'd like to see is him do an actual like Iron Mind hub lift, I guess.
Yeah.
Just so we can kind of see.
I mean,
if it carries over.
He will be mint at it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no doubt it must carry over, but
yeah.
If he's got something that's, people think is very impressive. I mean, it is impressive. A 45-pound hub on anything is impressive. I don't want to take that away, but like, and it's getting likes on Instagram, you're going to do it, aren't you? But
yeah. I just thought it was like, it's an interesting one. I'd like to know. So Joel, if there's a chance that you're watching, we'd like to know how much you can do on. It'll probably be the Iron Mind hub because he's in America.
No, we'll send him a hub.
Yeah, there you go. We'll send you the mid hub.
Yeah.
This little tower. I'm sure it's only 25 mil. 25 miller.
Do you know the record?
38.
Is that the Gripfather record?
It is. It's one it's similar to yours, but on the rolling handle. It's just stood for a long time. Difficult one, but you've got to train for this to sort of peak for it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, it's if you just start maxing kit out, like that's when the tendons, especially in this cold, like it gives me knuckle pain just thinking about it.
Yeah, it's a summer job, definitely. Right, let me see. So me and Paddy have been working away, slaving away.
Oh God, I haven't slept since the last episode.
Been slaving away on this. I've left it as poo tier for you.
You're busy making this look pretty.
Well, not really. But this is where we're at so far, isn't it?
Yes. So let's run through it. we might change the name from poo tier. We haven't decided yet, but I'm kind of here for it, to be fair.
Yeah.
I just love the idea of someone wearing a t-shirt that's like, I've earned poo tier. Gods of credit.
Oh my God, amazing.
We're getting cancelled.
Yeah. Poo tier.
So hand gripper, we said straight away would need to be in there. You're going to have to explain the numbers because they mean nothing to me. But basically, it's the equivalent of a cock 4 for platinum. Or
there you
have you
go.
Got even more?
Look at this. Look at this. I've even put roughly what they relate to.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's roughly.
So
what it is.
There must be a stronger hand gripper than a Captain of Crush 4, but I guess they just get super like rare and niche at that point.
Yeah, it's a GHP10 is like 250, I think.
Good Lord.
Yeah, which I don't think I think Carl might have closed it, but that's probably about it.
But like, this is what we said before. Like, it gets to a point where it's like, why do you need hands that strong? Like,
you just don't.
You just must grip the telly remote and be like, oh shit, that's broken.
There's not many people ever to get above, like 210. That's insane, really.
This is what we want, though. Like, I don't want to see anyone in a platinum t-shirt for 5 years. I want it to be that hard. Gold, different, Yeah.
I did change the inch dumbbell on the platinum to 110 plus.
I thought
fair. Surely no one's getting 120.
Not for a while. I'm not going to say it's not going to be done, but it's not going to be done for a while. But are there 110 dumbbells? Are there other companies that?
I don't know.
Or is this a plea to Nathan Hall?
Girls 112.
112.
Nice,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, we've got James Stewart here.
Oh,
he's in the building.
A big lad.
Shall we take like a little intermission to get him on?
Yeah, of course we can.
This will be interesting. Let's see how we can get 3 people on. Oh, why has it put me as the big one?
Oh, I didn't wear a vest. Been done it.
I know. James, hello.
All right. How's it going?
How are you doing? I know, sorry.
How you doing, bro? You good?
I'm good, Good.
There's a man with heating, clearly.
Yep. Minus, yes.
He's warm. So, do you want to just introduce yourself first of all? I guess.
Sounds kind of awkward, but my name is James Stewart, and I like to grip stuff and arm wrestle. There you go.
Pretty much similar hobbies to me.
That's your intro, to be fair. Yeah.
James is just a little bit better than me, just only tiny bit. Yeah, I remember first seeing James maybe like 6 months ago doing a rolling handle, and I was like, "Who is this guy? And why is he
Yeah.
lifting so much on the rolling handle?" And I was proper confused, and it's difficult to sort of visualize how gigantic he is until you see him, and then
Have
you're
you guys
like,
compared
"Oh,
hands?
yeah." I think we had similar size, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, so you've not got like mutant hands then?
They're just
No,
thick.
no.
Just a strong bastard.
Yeah,
Like when it comes to like grip strength and arm wrestling, I think a lot of it comes from the forearm and the flexors that pull on the fingers.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that's where it comes from, in my opinion. My type of strength, anyway.
yeah,
Yeah,
Never,
You-
my wrist is never like. Sometimes you see guys picking up implementing the wrist is back a bit. Well, mine
Yeah.
is always like wrist curled a little bit first.
Yeah.
It's almost like pre-loading the weight before I lift it.
yeah.
That's what you want to do on a pinch block as well. It's like lock the wrist in almost.
Saxon's even more, isn't it? It's like
That's it, yeah.
I can't remember who was telling me. I think it was it Odd? I can't remember. Someone was giving me. It might be Ricardo. Give me a little lesson after I just won it.
Old mate Ricardo. So yeah, James is apparently having a little trip away this weekend and training with someone, aren't you?
Yeah, so we're all quite aware that Eddie Hall's got a match coming up against Brian Shaw.
Yeah.
So I've been invited down to do some pulling with him.
Eddie
And
Hall to confirm.
yeah, I think Rob Frampton's going to be there.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
a couple of other guys. So yeah, it would be good to see exactly where like an ex-world strongest man competitor can.
Yeah.
How strong his hand is, eh?
That's it. Well, Rob messaged me today and he said he's been training with Eddie quite a lot. And I was like, is Eddie not going to get battered? Because Brian looks really good. And Rob said he's coming on loads.
Yeah, like I would imagine the way I would attack Brian would be just post super high and let Brian just drop his hand, tilt it down,
Yeah.
and then just come right down top of his bicep and just hold it until, he burns out.
Yeah. Do you think that's what Brian's going to try and do, basically?
I think Eddie needs to do that. I think Eddie needs to go post high and let Brian's arm, because it's so long, like bring it down.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Take away his advantages. And you know Eddie, he can shit talk for days and distract him, and just try and get Brian the worst grip by just mouthing off for about 20 minutes solid.
Yeah, that's almost what he needs to do.
Just seen Brian though, like the thickness of him, like you can't get your head around it. Like he's got two of my wrists for a wrist.
He must be like 180 kilos at least. So
yeah, he's a. It's just there's nothing. It's just everything about him is just huge.
Yeah,
but like you said, like surely the leverage from his elbow to his hand is just going to help him so much.
Yeah, like if Eddie needs to basically just complain to the ref, bring his arm down, he's cheating, and the moment he gets what he wants, just go early, almost like 20 times a match, and just keep taxing Brian's arm. Just go early every single time and take the warnings. Just fight dirty.
Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea.
Brian's
actually,
a heavy favourite, right?
Because it does nothing to Eddie if he just hits really quickly, and then goes into Brian's spot, and it's just going to keep taxing Brian every time. Every time he does it, that's a hit. That's a hit.
Yeah. Do you know when the match is?
The match will be. Is it?
14th it's like East versus West. Oh, is it right?
Yeah, it's like
so.
I don't know if it should be the main event, but I don't know. I couldn't mind it.
That's what would get the most views, though, isn't it? That's the sad thing. Like
I would have it the last event just because, as you're saying, like Eddie and Brian are like the biggest names we've ever probably had.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's definitely going to be exciting to see what happens. But Eddie Hall is just he's just got something about him that can just like get to Brian Shaw, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's what I think. It'll be a good laugh, and hopefully those Gods of Grip t-shirts come.
I know, that's it, yeah.
I can have them
get
on.
Got a couple of extra schmediums on the way.
I think it was 4XS, I think it was.
4XL.
Yeah.
So
just squeeze
at
into
risk of bringing this back to grip related stuff, James has done a 116 60mm rolling handle, is that right?
Yeah, the circumstances under that were, I took probably 2.5, 3 months off grip, and that I thought it was going to heal my injury, and I came back and did 116 from 111 to 116 without doing no deadlifting or gripping. I increased 5 kilos.
It's weird, isn't it? How
I don't know
grip
how that
works.
happens.
It's so unpredictable. Like I think we said before, like rolling handles, like is so fatigue based. So if you go in and you're knackered, same with the rolling Thomas Inch record for me, like my body just felt so abused, and then like even I was lifting the dumbbell, like this feels heavy.
Abused.
So
yeah, like for me, I felt really loose. My lower back normally feels quite bad, but staying away from it for a while. I still use the rolling handles on the pulley system, but maybe just not overworking it for a little while and then taking like a week off and trying it. It just went up like, okay. I tried 120 that day, but nah, I probably should have just jumped to 117 rather than 116. I just felt like that one rep just burned my hand out and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does 100%. Do that with rolling handle.
And we say with grip as well, like a kilo is huge. Like it's not like you've done 116, 120 is pretty much guaranteed. Like it'd be cool though. There's going to be a few guys knocking on 120 now. That'd be a big day when 120 falls. Yeah, I genuinely didn't think that would be like possible. To be fair,
I didn't.
The record on the 50 mil is going to have to be taken up a lot more as well.
Yeah. I think we'll have to keep an eye on any hook gripping with that now, won't we?
Yes. After the Grip League final.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's difficult to ref it though, but just let me try and put this fucking thing on.
You're just trying to show off the hoodie.
Yeah.
Oh, buy this.
Immediately.
Like a subliminal message just flashing, buy.
There's not many left. There isn't actually. I think there's only 3 left. So they've gone well. It's a unique colour, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's not quite purple, but it will do.
It's not quite, yeah. I don't like being the centre of the screen here. It should be changed, but I don't know how we change it. First time with 3, isn't it?
No, we've had Fat Muscle on before.
Yeah, but he was sat next to me.
Oh yeah.
Oops. Fat muscle. So James, how would you train your grip? I'm interested to know.
So after nationals, I will be training grip at least every 10 days.
Right.
So I would probably start off with a rolling handle would be I'll probably skip like the 80mm handles and go train with the 60.
Yeah.
So I've got a habit. I used to have a habit of maxing out a lot, or like I used to use it every day, just max out.
Yeah.
And but now I've probably train like 90% and just do singles, and then right after I would do that, I'm just going to do some, the wrist wrench, the 60mm wrist wrench with the chains.
Yeah.
I feel like for me that was my bread and butter in grip, because like there's not many people in the world that are actually getting over 60 kilos. If you look at so I've got like 59, and that's all I can do on that. So it doesn't seem like a lot of weight on a wrist wrench, but you don't need a lot of weight to like bang about in the house. All you have to do is put a couple of plates on and just humble yourself for a few months with it.
Have you got one of them, Paddy?
What's that?
A wrist wrench?
Yes, I have. Yeah. God, I haven't used that for years, though. To be fair,
I know. Maybe we should. What are we doing?
Yeah. No, you need
Sounds
to.
like
I
know,
was
definitely.
just sorry. I was off on my own little world there, but I was thinking like, do you think the UK would have the best team in a grip comp? I think like if we had to put the 5 heavyweights in.
Yeah.
I don't think we're getting beat. America do have a good lineup.
There's no way. Like, it's so. I feel like we're so far ahead now.
Can you imagine
I don't
like
know.
a bar where like you have to attach like 5 rolling handles to it, and we all like lift at the same time?
Oh.
It's just one giant like
Yeah.
like 3 and like 400-kilo rolling handle.
We could get this done one day at some kind of event.
Oh, you could make a Saxon bar that's like 3 meters long, and we all just like
3 meters Saxon.
Yeah,
That'd be unreal.
I've seen. Is it Sam with the pinch on the Saxon? And I'm just like I can't even do half of that. I haven't really, to be honest. I tried it in the gym and I feel weird, and I just dropped it. I was like, this can get, but
you're happy wrist wrenching.
Yeah, but when the block does come, I will train it probably every 10 days, and it's for me. I'm not too sure how much it's going to tax my hand doing something new like that.
Yeah, I feel like it definitely will on your thumbs. It's very thumb heavy. But I think
I guess pinch is semi-irrelevant for arm wrestling then. Not irrelevant.
Yeah.
But...
Like, it's an
maybe
interesting
to
one.
build up the palm here, so it's harder for people to come around. But again, maybe that's just more like years of doing it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I did that grip seminar with Paul on Sunday last week, and he said he quite liked that he could flat finger on the pinch block, basically. So that was almost like he was putting the roof on the house kind of thing.
Yeah.
He goes like, so like.
I like that teardrop thing you made for the Omni grip.
Yeah,
that's
real
like
nice.
For wrist curls, that's beautiful.
Yeah. It's the pump blower upper. That one.
100%.
Yeah. So what other tools would you use? So you use like rolling handle, wrist wrench. What else would you generally use for like?
Well, so Mazarenko sells a eccentric handle. It's like a yellow handle. You're almost, if you've got big hands, you're going to be clumped up a little bit.
Yeah.
But you're basically just using your fingertips and you're just wrist curling it. I feel like that's maintained my grip without really training it. But again, maybe it comes in handy for carries because you're like that all the time. You're just cupping it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like I've got. I'm trying to explain it. Like I feel like for me, it's a lot of wrist. Like cup the wrist and then just make sure that you're not getting. As soon as I go back here, I've seen grip athletes still holding onto the bar. When my wrist gets caught back, I'm dropping the bar straight away for some reason.
Yeah. It's because you're not used to being in that position, I think. Isn't it? I'm just going to get up.
If I straighten my hand out, I can't even push my hand back without the fingers pulling up. That's as far as it goes.
It shows it's like we're in the era of specialization with grip as well now, because James is like world leading at like back grip and stuff, but then like pinch block would absolutely muller the bloke.
Oh, like I am. I don't know. For me, it's just want to grab a hold of something and squeeze it tight.
Yeah, I'm going to show your video here. Just for anyone that hasn't seen it. Here we go.
Just a farmer's walk.
Yeah, just for anyone that hasn't seen it.
You definitely watch this every night. It's so good.
Just for
never for me.
Yeah.
All the views are for me.
Yeah. But you'd never picked up
referee.
a inch dumbbell before this, had you?
No, I bought a strength shop one for a little while, but having that in the house and dropping it on the carpet was, all the time, was a bit, you could imagine.
Yeah. And did you find? I guess you won't be able to tell really, but did the inch dumbbells feel harder or easier than that for you?
It's hard to tell. With the surface of the area for me, the strength shot bomb is a little bit more difficult because they've got that glossy paint or whatever they use. But
you got to get a grinder on that.
But with the inch dumbbell, I can't get much access to my pinky strength. Actually, it just feels like you can't get. It's all top three, like these fingers here. I just can't get that pinky around and pull it up. So if I was going to pick, I would say the inch dumbbell would be harder that way. You know,
that's the correct answer. That's what we're going to say. But yeah, that was very cool. I think we definitely need to get a platform for you, him, and Mark Felix, maybe even Tiny, to go again at that and see. Because if you've done that in a car park, uphill, in the dark after a weekend of arm wrestling, I think you've got 50 meters in.
Do you know what I mean? There's an official record now, isn't there? So like we've got something to beat. Let's put it on, even if it's just at a grip comp. Like it's still a chance to beat a world record. So, but we'll do it next year and just invite the best of the best.
Year.
Like to be honest, I feel like some of my best grip feats have been when I've almost done some like light arm wrestling for like a couple of hours. It's almost like warmed up my hands completely.
Yeah.
Well, Sam said the best things to do is a leg day, didn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Do you remember?
Yeah, he swears by that.
And maybe having a couple of lager, that maybe just can chin up.
Couple of tins.
Yeah.
I did surprise myself, to be honest. I didn't think I was going to lift it that far, but that's what it is.
Yeah. So just that you mentioned about almost priming yourself, we've tried next year to put in competitions to, like, instead of alternating between grip types, we're putting them together. So say there's 2 pinch events, we'd put the 2 pinch events together instead of splitting them. What do you reckon about
that? To be honest, mate, I'm the type of person, to be honest, that doesn't, when it comes to the actual weight, I would just go straight for it. I think the more you think about it, you can almost psych yourself out. Again, I would just lift what's in front of me.
Yeah. That's the best way to be, isn't it?
My technique's probably not that great. It's just maximum effort and try not to think about things.
I thought you'd frozen then, Paddy. That was the biggest of all time.
1,500 calories are in the bank there.
Where's the gorilla shaker?
Oh God, that's like rotting in a gym bag somewhere.
Unbelievable. The best shaker of all time.
We got these shakers from Sweden. They were like, are they like 1.5 liters? They're huge.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I've got to find it.
Greatest of all time, then.
Still got that pre-workout I bought. I've had like 3 scoops because it's the most disgusting flavor I've ever tried. But it was a cool tub.
So, what are your?
Shall we crack on?
Go on
with our ranking list as well. I was going to say because we need to get through this.
Oh, wrong one.
We'll take James's input while we're going.
We can. Share screen. Here we go. See what you make of this.
Ignore that it's called the poo tier for now, by the way.
So basically, this is our tier list of. It's almost like a challenge, isn't it? That we're doing.
So, Tom, right now, you'd be in bronze, right? Pretty comfortably.
Yeah.
I think I don't think the only thing I can't do in silver is the gripper, but
I think it's the inch dumbbell for me, the 95.
What's the 170? What's that equivalent to? The Gods of Grip 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, if we get this launched, I will actually work towards it because I want to. I'm so competitive that like I want to be in that gold tier.
Yeah. Have you ever done a two-handed hang? Is that what it? A bodyweight hang, James?
Oh, James.
Yeah.
And how much do you weigh?
160.
So for the platinum tier, we reckon if you add 40 kilos and hang for 60 seconds, do you think you could do that?
No, I could probably do about two, maybe a pull up or two, but that's about it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's or at least you didn't say easy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The body weight hang guys there. So that includes your body weight. So I and Bibby could use a resistance band.
Yeah. Joe Sterling said 200 was easy, and he reckons 250. But
does he? But then it needs to be on
too
par.
much.
This is the one we don't know, guys. So we need to test this because I think that's quite. I don't think it's impossible, but then it should. We don't want it to be impossible, but we want it to be like hard. But the idea of having the hang in there, people probably think that's a bit of a weird one.
Yeah.
But we basically want one that the climbers are going to have an advantage for, and not necessarily hand size. Like, I'm not saying like a climber's probably ever going to get in platinum, like a bodyweight guy. Like, I'd love to see it, but
yeah,
if they can tick off one feat that's in the platinum, and it gives them a bit of like motivation. But like, it's just part of being all rounded, isn't it? But by putting the weight for 60 seconds, it just gives a really good sort of general target for everyone, regardless of how fat you are. I mean, big.
I think there is room for one more lift, I think, in there, but I'm not sure what it is.
The hay bale.
the tractor max.
I think everything there is like, you're a pretty good all round. I would argue for an 80 mil Saxon bar, or like a 3x4 or whatever it is, because I think then you're testing fat grip as well. Because the other thing we said would be a blob.
Yeah,
a blob probably would be the best thing.
But there's just so many different shapes, sizes, weights. It's hard to like collate them into tiers, isn't it?
Yeah, but we could do it if we had like the standard as like the York Fat Man, or is that the same as a whole 24 supposedly?
Yeah.
So like platinum would be that 35 brute. Or maybe anything over 32 and a half or something, 30 for gold. I think it would be doable. Like if we use Nathan's blobs, but then also like used York legacies that are similar. But again, like if we can work the hangs out, we could work out blobs.
True that, yeah.
It's just access to them, isn't it? Like it's difficult, but then anyone serious about getting on this list, they're going to find some blobs.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I think it's coming together. The only thing I don't like as well is the 2 times 15. I think that's way too easy.
What, for poo tier?
Well, yeah, I suppose it is.
Come on, Tom, like, let him have it.
Poo tier. Oh my god.
Tom doesn't want people having the poo tier t-shirts.
There needs to be one.
It's not going to change, is it? I don't know about you guys watching, but I would wear that with pride.
Yeah.
What's the vertical bar? I'm no. I don't.
Have you? Oh yeah, you won't have done that either. You've got like a whole new world of implements.
You'll be phenomenal at it, James. To be honest,
yeah,
I reckon you've been an absolute machine.
Yeah.
It's gone. You got it there, Tom, behind you.
I'm not too sure.
Yeah. Basically, so we'll send you one of these as well with the pinch block.
I'm not bad at that.
It's just like if you grab a loading pin, basically, it's similar to that.
Freezing.
I think I did some like unofficial loading pin lift. Was it a thumbless?
Oh yeah,
lift?
Like
was it 105?
Yeah, like that kind of.
Yeah, 105.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
So that says 100 there. So that's whatever that is. I don't know if it's the same thing, but.
Well, if you get it and do 150 straight away, we're gonna have to put platinum up.
See, I don't like 140. I don't like 145 as a number, Tom.
Yeah, I know, but I think
it's
150 is out
possible.
of reach. No, I don't think it is. Yeah. Whereas I think 110 Thomas Inch is. I don't know if 150 vertical bar is.
I just think the gold, platinum, and silver are all very similar on vertical bar. I think silver's
too high.
Yeah. Because I think Dilly's done a 130. I think I've done a 130. You've done 130. Tiny's done 130. Yeah. I would just space them out a bit. Because like look at poo tier down at 100. Do you know, that's not even a bad lift. That's the thing, and we're calling it poo. Like,
know.
if someone does 100, I'm like, that's decent, like fair play. But you've earned a poo tier t-shirt.
What do you reckon then? One.
I'd give poo 80, purple
80. Wow,
100.
generous man.
Tom, it's literally called poo tier. 120. No.
Cool. Yeah.
120, 130, 135, 140.
Yeah, I like that.
I reckon 145 seems a weird number. It's only you doing 140 at the minute in the UK, anyway.
Yeah,
I like that. That makes me happy.
Yeah, that looks better actually. I'll just go down because I wrote a few little things for each one. So, obviously, the inch dumbbell must be an inch dumbbell replica, not one that has flat bottoms and a longer handle.
Not strength shot.
Basically, everyone knows what
I'm not afraid
plates
to call them out.
No.
So the muggiest thing I did, I ordered a strength shop one and it came with like a scratch in it. And I was like, look, it's coming, the paint's ruined. And they were like, okay. And they sent me like 20% off it. And then the next day I took a hand grinder to it to repaint it.
Well, I bought one as well. And mine came and it weighed 72.6 kilos.
And then a 78.
Yeah. Which is it's now cutting
Seb
off.
Said he's got one that was. Seb said he's got like an 81 as well.
What? James, get yours weighed.
Well, to be honest, I sold mine to my friend, and then I'll tell you a funny story. So, you know how you have like those little, it's like a little bag with a little handle attached to it. You sometimes see like old people putting their messages in it, like their food and stuff. And so he thought he could put the inch dumbbell in that and pull it up a staircase, and the bottom of it blew out. And it rolled down the step or something like that.
Oh my god!
Class.
No offense, Ryan. You're probably going to watch this, so it's just a funny story to tell. That's all.
That is class. That. Why would you try that? In fact, I'm more impressed that you managed to get it in it.
I think his back bothers him, and you had to get it up like stairs.
Surely it was more effort getting it in that little trolley thing than just carrying it up the stairs.
No. Again, sorry, Ryan, but you know the stories must be told.
Sorry, right? You've been exposed.
Then for the vertical bars, I've just put. I think it's technically 48 mil, but any 2-inch bar. The ones I could find were the Gods of Grip one, the Rogue Grandfather Clock, the Grip Genie Hilt, and the vertical cannon from somewhere in America. But
I'll tell you what,
within
vertical bars all have the coolest names.
They actually do, don't they?
No one just calls it metal stick. Pole.
Cylindrical rod. Yeah. And then obviously the body weight, your body weight plus attach weight must be equal to or above the specified tier.
So let's try that. I'm going to try and see if I can hang with. I'd need about 75 kilo for 60.
Yeah.
Because the trouble is with the hangs is like you could do it like if you've got a nice pull-up bar that's like a bit rusty and that mine's painted, it's horrible, but meh is what it is.
Yeah, mine's really nice actually. It's like just really crusty.
I think we need to make poo tier a bit more friendly. Because 150 is 50 kilos off platinum.
Yeah.
Poo.
Yeah, okay.
100?
Well, do we need to make... Oh, wow.
That's bad, isn't it? 120.
Yeah, well, it's got to be something.
No, make purple 120 because I'm about 120 and then, makes sense.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Poo can be 100.
100. I suppose we've got to remember, poo is poo, isn't it? It's not...
Tom.
By the way, if you can do all the lifts in poo, you have a good grip. Like you have an all right grip. Like we're not saying like I don't want this to come across as like us being like proper snobby and like oh, he can only lift a 66-inch dumbbell, but I do want to see everyone wearing Gods of Grip poo tier t-shirt. I would.
Yeah, I would as well.
You know Adrian O'Dwyer, yeah?
Yeah.
He would probably have a good like a hang with weight, because I've seen him do like a
Yeah.
two wrist wrenches, holding his own body weight with that.
Should I try and find it?
Jeez, that's cool.
I don't know how thick the tubes are, but if you could hold your body weight with two wrist wrenches like wound up, you know.
Let's try.
I want to see a hang done like this in comp now. Like now we've put it in this, I'm really like intrigued to see what is, because it does get a bit sketchy. Like an 80 kilo bloke hanging 120 kilos on them. Like, it's asking something to get strained, but.
That's what Joe said. The hardest part was getting onto the bar with that much weight hanging off him.
Exactly.
He's okay. Remove. I've got one of him doing it off. It looks like dynamite sticks, basically, with 80 kilos attached to him. Is he heavyweights?
He's 104. He's 103 kilo. 104.
So that's getting towards 200, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was the only one I could see, I think.
Like in my opinion, Adrian's like his grip is it's really good as well. He's nearly doing, or if he probably can do 60 kilo wrist wrenches and stuff as well. It's just his body weight with some of the stuff that you might need that extra mass to push. I don't know.
Yeah.
But again, I would rate Adrian quite good.
Oh, maybe we'll get in touch, see what he can do.
Quite good.
Quite good, yes. Quite like these men's. Quite
like these men's.
I'm just trying to see if I've missed one of his hangs. No. No, so but yeah, I think I remember seeing that actually.
The hangs is the only one we're sort of like still working on, and we are gonna put blobs in. Let's confirm it, because we need wide pinch to be tested as well.
I think it's got to be in there, hasn't it?
We will work out like the equivalent, so like everyone can do it. And then the other thing we need to do, Tom, is convert this for women's as well, because we've been very sexist and just done one for men. I
suppose we
which is going to be very difficult for us to do. We're going to have to get some expert advice in. But grip is for everyone.
Certainly is. Even giant Scotsman.
I'm not too tall.
Said that like the cutest way. I'm not that tall. Got haggis.
Definitely is. Plops. There we go. We'll pencil it in for now, but I think it's getting there. Anyway. Yeah, let us know.
So my goal with this, Tom, is that we design T-shirts and like make them look cool, and then if you've done all of them and you're certified, we'll send it out. Obviously, you pay for it. We'll send it out. You get like a little certificate, maybe put it in like a nice box. Yeah, I think that would be nice. Like
you get the president's signatures. Paddy and Tom. President number 1, president number 2, or joint president
number 1.
Presidents.
But no, I think that'd be sick, and like just make a real thing of it, and make it something to be proud of.
Yeah,
especially Poot here. Even if I get into gold one day, I'm just gonna wear my Poot here t-shirt.
Yeah, just keep buying a Poot every time it like just wears out. It's like I'm buying. Can I have another Poot, please?
Have you heard of Park Run? Sorry for the running chat, but this is what I'm sort of picturing. Like they give like milestone T-shirts. So like when you've done 50, you get a T-shirt. When you do 100, you like buy the T-shirt, and it's something like that. But it'd be a good. If you imagine just seeing someone in Morrison's with like a platinum Gods of Grip T-shirt, and you'd be like, damn.
You'd be like that anyway, because his forearms would be that big. Like,
these are the trolley.
It's definitely getting there.
A waffle episode.
I know. It's been good though. Appreciate you coming on as well, James, for a bit, just chatting a bit of.
That's all right. With us. I don't really have much to contribute to grip. It's really just like it's almost like that. Like you see something heavy and it's quite awkward, and if you lift it up, it's like you can put your chin up a little bit.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you sort of dipping your toes into the grip world. I look forward to see what you get on the pinch block. and the vertical bar. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see, won't it? Hopefully, we'll get you in a comp next year as well.
Yeah, I hope to meet you in person, pal.
Yeah.
Like, it's just with it. In my opinion, if I just do training every 10 days, I believe I could be comp ready.
Yeah.
And, you know, what I do for arm wrestling, I just take a week off and that's a week off, and I'm always usually training year round anyway.
Yeah.
And I could say technical stuff, but you know, I like to even when it comes to grip stuff, like grippers, I usually just put it in my hand and just go, like just grip it as hard as I can, and that's
force it. Just for reference, Paddy, he had a 3.5 Captains of Crush, brand new, fresh out the packaging, no chalk, just
sound.
So he's straight into gold here. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
They're built different up there.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think, James, before you go, looking at like the tiers, which do you think is the hardest lift in each in gold tier, for example?
I'm going to guess the body weight hang.
Yeah, I think the pinch grip.
I never saw that. 225s. 225s is really difficult. I couldn't do that. Probably a bigger chance of doing the hang. You might be right.
But like people out there be like, "Oh, the hang's the easiest one."
Yeah.
So it has to be calibrated plates, but
like, I've tried to do the pinch with like these like glossy paint plates, and no chance. Just slipping all the time, man. I'm like, I must be weak, and I'm seeing guys, you know, almost taking a grinder out with their plates, and you're like, hey, you can't buff out the paint.
Yeah. Oh, they do. They certainly do.
Like they're sandblasting their plates with chalk almost.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Yeah.
That's him.
They're only cheating themselves. Aren't we? Do we need to do the hot topic? I think we'll have some furious viewers if we don't do it.
Oh, go on then. Yeah, fine. Pick a number.
Oh, here we go. I'll let James pick.
James. Pick a number between 48 and 72.
50.
Oh, that's easy. Hold on. Right. Okay, fine. We can do this one. 2 count as a record. Should lifts have to be completed with both hands as opposed to just doing it with one? Yeah. What do we think? I think we all think the same, so someone's going to have to argue for yes, because I don't. I think it's irrelevant. Everyone has a strong hand. It would be a good test of how consistent you are if you can do it on your left hand or your weaker hand.
I'm trying to think. I can't think of any reasons for yes, really.
Well, this is why maybe it's a mild topic, but still, like,
I bet there's some people out there that would say yes, you do have to do it.
People with good grip in both hands,
but people tend to have better hands for certain lifts, don't they?
I was about to say for certain lifts, because like for inch dumbbells now, my left hand is considerably strong, like 10% stronger. But then my pinch is stronger in my right and stuff like this, and it's. I think it's where people get injuries and stuff.
Yeah, my left's overtaken my right now for like thick bar stuff, which is weird. So, yeah. Do you have any preference on hand or anything, James?
Yeah, my right's probably stronger. I'm going to guess, going by like my wrist strength, I could probably do like a 59 on a really good day. But my left, I'm 55, maybe 56 kilos. So it's.
What arm do you arm wrestle on better?
If my right is injury free, that one. But I do have good left because I'm very coordinated left.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I go straight for the top row left, and just hang on and let's see if you can cup me. You almost like you get them to hold on to you.
Yeah.
And then you pronate. So they're the one that's having the cup. But with the right, I can only hook. So I just go smack right in there. And then usually, it's done. I think with hook though, if you're a hook puller, you're probably going to have a better grip because there's lots of containment,
is.
and you have to stop top rollers from opening your fingers all the time.
Yeah. Paddy said he'll get into arm wrestling when he's won World's Strongest Man 5 times.
Hey.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll do that.
Yeah. You never know. One day, you never know.
To be honest, you seem to be doing good in the strongman. I wouldn't throw that away and wreck your elbows arm wrestling, you know.
Pressing a 10-kilo dumbbell wrecks my elbows, so I don't think it's my calling. Anyway, can we go back to the hot topic which I raised?
Yes.
About 4 minutes ago.
I think the inclusion of two-handed lifts is probably the best way to test it. Like two-handed pinch block or stuff like this.
I have no idea what that is.
That's from arm wrestling, yeah.
Nightmare. Yeah. Got it for next year. So it's like a two-handed rolling handle, basically.
Yeah, I've seen guys do like 350 pounds on them and stuff like that, and from America and stuff.
So yeah, I think two-handed lifts we're going to try and put in a bit more because it does test both hands on the same lift, kind of, doesn't it?
The trouble is if you did bring it in, that there's so many lifts where people like only just get it, and it's like you celebrate, and then it'd be like, oh, now I have to do it on my other hand, and you might not get it because your whole CNS is fatigued, your body's fatigued, and just numbers would be down in general, so it wouldn't be a good thing for the sport.
Yeah,
but I'd say I'm like 90%, 10% on this. Like there is a sort of argument that like it would make it fairer, but it tests your weaknesses as opposed to. It would test your bottom level as opposed to your top level, wouldn't it? Because it makes sure that you're consistent on everything. But it's boring, isn't it? We want to see crazy lifts.
We want crazy numbers. 120 on the 60mm rolling handle. Woo!
Like, have you seen Oleg from Ukraine who has that one big arm?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like 85 kilos or something, 90 kilos, but he's got like an 18-inch forearm.
Is it like Homer Simpson when he did arm wrestling?
It's basically that. And it's not like swelling of tissue. It's all tendon. It's all like the right stuff you want.
Yeah.
You know, it's like.
Do you just do one hand then?
He pulls both arms, but mostly is a mutated arm. There was
mutated.
There was rumors he had like a 6th finger that got cut and stuff like that, and now we can only see a big lump in his hand. But yeah, he's, you know.
Whoa!
Look at that thing. Oh,
terrifying.
So like, you know, like if a guy like him was like in the 85 kilo class, you know, you could just add up that.
It's like the width of his torso. It doesn't look real, does it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Like he was arm wrestling like Devin Larat going toe to toe before his accident.
Jesus. Yeah, that
awesome.
That's a python, that, isn't it?
Not one of us has made a wanking joke either, which is very good.
Well,
no, it looks pretty even there. When was this? Oh, a long time ago. Yeah. Funny
there's always a bigger freak out there, isn't there? That's what I've learned in this game.
Oh, that was
going to the Shore Classic as a 6'3" man.
There we go.
And being the shortest one there by some margin. Oh, you figured it out as we wrap up.
Yeah,
the show.
just figured it out now. Fuck's sake, fuming.
Class.
My big head on the whole screen the whole time.
Well,
unbelievable.
James, thank you for coming on, broski. We'll wrap it up there because we've been waffling.
Only an hour and a half late.
Yeah.
Hey, that's not too bad. Sorry, it was my fault.
That's okay. I'll probably get a takeaway or something or whatever it is.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope it's been an interesting one. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Just generally leave some cool comments because we'll read them out and give you a shout out. My forearm's much bigger. And we will see you in episode 9 next week. Love you all.
Bye.